Well, what a beautiful morning. Here we are, we're on the River Weaver, and we're going to test what pulls harder. I'm Daniel Plant, this is Be More Bear. Let's get to it. The first thing that we're going to do, we're going to do a little bit of rowing, get out of the way of these canal barges. It looks like they've got some kind of festival on. Then I think we're going to start the 2 horsepower, or 2.5 horsepower, and we're just going to go for a little bit of a meander before we start putting them through the paces. It is a fantastic, a beautiful morning. Winsford Marina is absolutely fantastic for anyone that wants to come here. It's just free to use, free to launch a boat. Magical on a morning like this. Now, if you do decide to come to the River Weaver and come down through Bottom Flash, I fully recommend it. But please, please, please don't do what I've just done for the second time out of 2 times being at Bottom Flash, is hit the bottom. Now, this area here where you can see just around where these chalets or caravans are, this is exactly where the shallow bit is. I hit this area last time in the last boat. For some reason, I don't know why I've hit it again. I should have known. All I will say is be very, very, very careful. Otherwise, enjoy. Okay guys, so this is going to be the first test. We're on with the Suzuki 2.5 horsepower. Let's go. I've got the speedo here, registering 4 miles an hour. Let's see what she'll do. We are on 8.5 miles an hour out of the little Suzuki. That's impressive. 9 miles an hour. 8.69. So far, we are registering 8.5 to 9 miles an hour. It's pretty impressive for a tiny little Suzuki anyway. I'm impressed. Okay, so now second up is 4 horsepower Johnson. Now this is a motor I absolutely love. To me, fantastic. It's twin cylinder. It hasn't been used for goodness knows how long, but it weighs, it's comparable to the 2.5. It's comparable to the 2.5 horsepower Suzuki. Now, it's going to be very, very interesting to see how this performs. I want it to perform as well as the 6. I want it to get the boat onto the plane. Just not quite sure it's got enough. And if it hasn't, then really can you justify the extra fuel and noise and smell of the 2-stroke over the Suzuki? However, let's find out. Okay, so far it's much easier to start than the Suzuki. Even when hot, needs to have the choke. That's not a problem with the Suzuki, that's exactly what the instruction manual says. However, this one here is just smooth. At the moment, it sounds lumpy, but it also sounds like it wants to give something. So So let's get the speedo and let's see what it can do. So at the moment I am registering 2.8 mile an hour. So let's give it a go. Now there's no kill cord on this motor, so we're going to have to be careful. Let's go. Now this is interesting. Oh. Ah, there we go. I'm registering 9.6, which is comparable with Suzuki. It's not quite getting it on the plane. I don't know whether if I lean forward. 9.5 miles an hour. 9.7. It's all the same, and it's because the boat is at the moment at its displacement speed. It's not quite on the plane. We'll slow down here because we're just coming past the pub on the water. If nothing else, it's good to get this motor out and give it a run up, because it hasn't been run for years. It could probably do with the carburetor cleaning out, in fairness, but it is what it is. You see, the whole reason for doing this is to give a bit of an idea when you're choosing a motor, when you're thinking about what to spend your money on, when you're realising you've got the boat, you just want a bit of power. What do you buy? So far, the two motors, 2.5, and the 2.5 horsepower 4-stroke, and the twin cylinder 2-stroke 4 horsepower, are pretty much the same. Okay, now let's try again. This really needs a good old run on the sea. And to be honest, that might be what it's best doing. Nevertheless, it is still, it's 10 mile an hour. We're at 10. See, you can hear it's wanting to go. It's really wanting to go. It really is surging. I don't know, it might be out of fuel, in which case it is the most unfuel economical engine there is. Well, there you have it. I would say we are out of fuel, which is unbelievable. Thankfully we're not too far away. I'm just going to check the fuel, because either it's just uneconomical. I mean, that was half a litre. One thing's for sure, I can't see any fuel. So it's over for the Johnson. That is the second boat I've seen go up there now. So after we've tested this, we're going to fly up the river and we're going to see where they go. I know there's a great big lock at the end. I want to see how they get through it. Add insult to injury, because I've been rushing, I've run over with the van my thingy bobby that covers the valve, a valve cover if you like. It's crushed. So now we're on the final test. We've had the 2.5 horsepower Suzuki, we've had the 4 horsepower Johnson twin cylinder. Both were disappointing in their own little ways. However, Now the motor of my choice always has been this 6 horsepower Tohatsu. Single cylinder again, so it's not the smoothest, but it does get it up onto the plane and it does what it's needed, and it is just under what I would say is the weight that you can reliably carry to and from the water's edge. It weighs in at 28 kilograms. Now I know what this motor will do. This motor will push this boat along at about 13-14 mile an hour. It gets the boat onto the plane. It's nice. However, let's get it started and get going. Okay, apologies for the squinting, but the sun's come out, so I think it's time to take the jacket off. And already I'm looking at the speedo and I'm doing 4 mile an hour. And this is so much quieter. It's on tick over, and you'd expect it being a bigger motor. It has a bigger prop, so at this speed it'll push it through much easier. At the moment I'm just letting the engine warm up. As I mentioned before, this weighs 28 kilograms. So it's quite a hard thing to lift out and carry away, which the Tohatsu and the Johnson, they're much easier. With that being said, which would you go for? Well, it depends on what's available, of course, but at the moment the clear favourite for me is this. It's the Tohatsu, and for me, for 6 horsepower, you lift it up, it's brilliant. Now, an 8 horsepower 2-stroke, that might be even better, but at the moment we're just comparing the 3 models, so let's see what we can do. So what we should do is get a couple of runs in and a speed run and find out how long to, time to plane. The other 2 boats didn't plane, but this one, well, time it yourself. So this one will plane, and at the moment we're just in gear and we're going to just not lose anything else. So here we go. Well, we're doing 13 mile an hour. Well, immediately that was 13 mile an hour, so to me it's not too bad. It's just much easier using this motor than anything else. It's quicker, it gives you more confidence, and in fairness, I've spent more time with this motor. I've done an awful lot of maintenance on it to make sure that it runs perfectly at idle, and that's pretty key. You know, top end speed, that's all well and good, but if you can't manoeuvre at idle, that's not ideal. So let's power up one more time. So I don't know if you caught that on camera, but occasionally this motor does cavitate. I'm not sure whether it's actually cavitating or whether it's a spun prop, but this is the second prop I've had on it. So if anyone has a Tohatsu 4-stroke 6 horsepower, can you please tell me whether your motor does the same? If you've got a Mercury 6 horsepower, tell me also whether it does the same. It's annoying. Only thing about the Tohatsu I don't like. It just seems to cavitate really easily for no reason. Anyway, we've got fishermen up ahead, so we're just going to carry on at, well, 4 mile an hour. See what's what. We've got some spare fuel. So now we're going to have a nice afternoon on the water. I cannot believe I've lost my GoPro. I'm so annoyed. You know, for some unknown reason, I didn't have it on a string, I knew it was going to happen. I just knew it was going to happen. Okay, so we've got a bit better line now. We've turned the corner on the river. Again, I'm still in the sun, which is amazing. Just watching the fishermen and feeling actually a little bit jealous. They seem to be having a really good time. So I'm going to try and see whether we can catch up that other boat that we saw earlier. You know, seeing that we're on the water, we've gone to the effort, we should really, you know, have a bit of fun. I mentioned earlier, I knew I was going to lose the GoPro. It's actually a bit of a lie. I thought I was going to lose my phone, which would have been even worse. I'm just more irritated about the memory card more than anything. So, if you decide to come up on the River Weaver, please do, because it's really quite magical at this time. You know, I'm lying in the bottom of the boat, I'm pootling up it, the sun's coming through the trees. Just do it. Get yourself a boat, get a motor on it, you know, row it, paddleboard, canoe. It is all the same. It's just amazing. You really, really have to do it. The River Weaver. So, where do you park? You park at Winsford. It's called Winsford Marina. Is it actually a marina? Well, no, it's not. But it's got a free slipway. No one monitors the slipway, which is absolutely amazing. You launch a boat, you park in the free car park, and nothing is free now. We just turn in the corner, and you have this, you know, magical river to come through. Fishermen are here, they love it. But really, it's just an amazing, idyllic, peaceful. It was peaceful until I came on the water, but it is a peaceful way to spend your morning. At the moment, the Tohatsu seems to be behaving itself. It doesn't seem to be cavitating. I'm not pushing it too hard. It may be that just a little bit. Fishermen up here on the right, so we'll slow down. Absolutely love this part of the river. As I come through, and the history that must have been there with those wooden weirs or boards. Obviously it's all been strengthened over time, but once upon a time it would have all been held together with this wooden structure, and I think that's really quite amazing. Look for the heron. So, if you thought the fishermen might be slightly miffed at me coming through with their motor, that heron is probably more miffed. But in fairness, it's probably a much better fisherman, or fisher bird, or fisher heron. Now this part's quite nice coming up. very real danger that I could actually lose this camera as well. That back there was quite interesting. So I posted a video 2 years ago, and I'd come up here in my last boat, and basically the guy said, if you can't get through the locks, which will be coming too soon, go down there with the small motor. It might be worth a try. I'm not sure whether I fancy it though. We're at Vale Royal Locks. We've done the whole journey. It hasn't taken too long. 35-40 minutes. You know, it's truly, truly, truly pleasant. I urge everyone to do it. Let's go and have a closer look. I think I'm going to row. I'm going to row and see what's actually down here. Well, this clearly wasn't where he meant, because all I know is the water here is moving pretty quickly off and over that slough. That is somewhere I do not want to be, so we're off. Plus the fact I don't know what kind of underwater obstructions there are, but I'm not planning on finding out. So that adventure is never going to happen. I would imagine that would be a very, very short ride off a quick cliff. Time to go. Fishermen, so we'll keep those quite far away. I don't really think they're that impressed with me anyway, but let's try and be nice. In all fairness, it's not so much the fishermen I'm overly bothered about. I just don't want one of their lines around my crop. If you are going to come, it's nice to be nice to the fishermen. The trouble is, you know, if you're not respectful of all the other people using the lake, all that happens is complaints get to the councils, and the councils shut the slipway. So be nice, be respectful, and with that, now no one else is around, we'll go a bit quicker. We're not going too quick here, we're just going that little bit quicker. And actually, at this speed, we have less of a wake in this boat than you do if you're going, you know, displacement speed. If you look behind, the wake really isn't much at all, but at displacement speed, it's really quite awful. It really is though, genuinely a very, very pleasant river to come out and enjoy. I can't say it enough. You want a nice morning? Come and do this. It's fantastic. Even if I have lost one of my cameras. Okay, so we've got more fishermen. So we're going to slow down and be respectful once again. The technical speed limit, and it's not a technical speed limit, it is a speed limit, is 6 miles an hour. It's important to stick to it, especially when there's people around. All I'd say is, get out there, get a boat, a canoe, a paddleboard and enjoy yourself.